his face finna get smashed in. He know his body's finna be on the pavement. It may have a
Only in
reaction.
dreams.
He don't
Only
know
in
what type of
dreams.
reaction it's gonna be. So hey, let him burn off this energy. It's entertaining. Because when he get in the ring, it's gonna be a different thing. His demeanor by himself is gonna change. His mannerism gonna change. He's so nervous right now.
All right, guys, we just heard it. That was Wilder Fury press conference. So this is Against the Ropes, guys, episode 3. With you calling the action, Christian Mosqueda, Gio Garcia, and Chris Rodriguez. Guys, give me guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about the press conferences?
Yeah, let's get to it.
It's a big spectacle.
Yeah, these press conferences make me want to watch the fight even more. Because before, I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention too much to Tyson Fury. And I didn't really like Wilder that much, so I was kind of like whatever about this fight. But watching this, it's fun. I hope the fight can live up to the hype, you know.
So there's a lot of talk about people say that they see the respect and they think they're just really just acting. Do you feel like that there's a switch that they turn on? Where they do, there are fighters, they can turn on that switch.
Yeah, there was a huge mutual respect on the ESPN First Take. If you watch it, like they both have this respect, but I think the respect comes down to because they both hate Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that was interesting because I saw the press conference in LA, right? And the Showtime guy he asked both of them, but he asked Wilder first, do you like Tyson Fury? Or, is it dislike real? And he said, yeah, I like Tyson Fury. He's a charismatic guy. He's good for heavyweight boxing. He even complimented his shoes. So I was surprised because, Wilder, he talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He always tries to be the tough guy. But he showed a lot of respect toward Tyson. And when they asked Tyson the same question, he said, nah, I don't like Wilder. I love him. So, you could tell the respect is there. I was surprised, though. I would like it if they dislike each other a little bit more.
Yeah. For me, like,
they're being soft, both of them.
Yeah. To me, I can tell that there is respect, but at the same time, you can tell like once December 1st comes, they are gonna fight, and they both want this win more than anything, just because of what it will mean for their careers.
Yeah, and that's why I was surprised that the LA conference ended in a quote unquote brawl.
Yeah.
A lot of tussling back and forth, and the camps getting involved, because the whole press conference, they were, obviously the trash talk is there.
Yeah.
But they were giving each other a lot of compliments, so I was surprised to see that they ended up that press conference pushing each other.
So this it's gonna lead to my next question. Who do you think has the more pressure to win, in your opinion?
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Is it because he's fighting in the States, or?
For so many reasons. The primary reason is because it's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time that Showtime is going to have a pay-per-view post-Mayweather era. And every boxer wants to be like that next, not Mayweather, but they want to be that pay-per-view, right?
Star.
Like either Miguel Cotto, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya. Like that's the biggest, forget the belts. It's always about being the megastar. And the only way you can become the megastar is not to be on mainstream TV, but to be in pay-per-view. That's the end game,
Mm-hmm.
So Wilder has so much pressure because honestly, Wilder, he's done it already. Like, he's been the number one heavyweight for a short period of time, right? Like, he had the belt for Klitschko. Like, he beat that guy. But for Wilder, like, this is, like, the start of a new, like, era. Like, this could be my era. Even though there's somebody in London, claiming to be, like, number one heavyweight. But you're in pay-per-view now. And this is a way, especially, like, being in Los Angeles, there's going to be a lot of people going out, a lot of celebrities, and one person specifically, LeBron James, should be there.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he's there in attendance just to like support Deontay Wilder because of USA,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it is right and fitting to have Deontay Wilder come here and fight near Hollywood, because they want to produce him as the biggest star in boxing,
Yeah, that's true. And another reason we talk about the respect that these two men have is because of one mutual man that didn't step up. So Anthony Joshua. So what do you guys think happens? Do you think that the winner really does get Joshua, or do we?
Yeah, it has to.
It has to.
There's no other option, right? But going back to your question, I think, Wilder has more pressure on him because there hasn't been a big heavyweight boxer from the USA in a long,
Mhm.
long time, right? And he has opportunity to be that guy. So I think this is a big chance.
Okay, so with that, who do you guys favor for this fight? Do you still think that Wilder has it, or do you?
No, after watching the press conferences, Tyson's gonna get him.
Oh, you think
Wow.
Tyson's gonna get him. And you guys know me; I don't really make predictions like that in big
Yeah.
fights. But I think Tyson's gonna get him, man. But it all, like I said last week, it all depends on which Tyson shows up.
Right.
If he gets in
Yeah.
shape, if he's in 100%, I think he'll take Wilder out.
I think Gio says it because Gio, I think you take into account a lot like, the importance of being mentally tough, and then the how, when you get into another fighter's head, how that plays out.
Yeah,
So-
but also the size, man. I think Wilder's finally fighting a guy his size. Let's see what his power can do against Tyson, and let's see him taking the shots, because he took some shots against Ortiz, but
Yeah.
Ortiz was still the much smaller guy.
Yeah, that's
in my
true.
opinion. Like, he looked much smaller when I was watching the fight, but Tyson, he's a big dude, man.
Yeah. Chris,
I still have Wilder.
yeah, knockout.
What's the new quote saying? Any given punch?
Any given punch.
That's true. Yeah.
That he has a shotgun in his right hand, dude. Like anything goes with that hand.
Yeah.
Even though it's not technically sound, meaning it being called a windmill, right? Like,
Mhm.
but that. Keep in mind, he had surgery in his hand
Mhm.
a couple years ago, and I do have respect for Fury for one, getting in the ring,
Yeah.
and then two, I think he's gonna impress us though.
Yeah. No,
He's
definitely.
like, even like if he loses, he's still gonna be in the top contenders of
definitely.
fights. Like
Yeah.
still, it's like there's so
Because-
many fights for Fury to fight in the future.
Because I think he's that confident. Like, I don't think that if that O goes, I don't think
Nah.
he's just going to fall back and stop talking to shit and stop being in the limelight.
And they could do the rematch in Wembley.
Wembley. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the thing, dude. Like, I don't think Wilder has ever been, like, at this big stage like this, dude. Like,
ooh,
Fury had
That's
that
true.
with Klitschko.
Yeah. That's
That
true.
was, like, the biggest you could get at that point, right? The biggest stage, the biggest name in that division. We'll see if that gets to Wilder as well.
Yeah. I mean, you could also say that Wilder hasn't had, other than Ortiz, like the type of competition.
and the thing is, like when they were gonna have the Triple G Canelo fight, the first one in May, they had how HBO has those sit downs,
Yeah.
face off. They actually had a face off, and Max Kellerman was talking about he was getting little snippets in ESPN First Take. He didn't want to blow it up and say it all of it, but he's talking about how he asked Triple G, like, when you were fighting Canelo the first time,
Yeah.
like, were you intimidated, like, because the whole like
spotlight.
being in the ring?
Mhm.
He's like, and supposedly from Max Kellerman says, yeah, I got to him.
And you could see it, dude. Like,
The nerves. Yeah.
you can see as soon as they step out of that backstage and they're facing all the public, dude, it's a different ball game, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine what it's like to just step out and there's 20,000 people yelling, probably talking shit to you, and like half the people talking shit to you and half the
Yeah.
people supporting you.
Yeah.
And there's guys who are used to that, the Canelos, the Manny Pacquiao's, but guys like Wilder, we talked about it, them not being superstars yet. I think that's part of it too. They've
Yeah.
never been on that stage.
Yeah, that's where all the pressure comes up
So
to
it
that
comes,
first
yeah.
question.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason why Wembley would be such a big, it'd be very tough to go in Wembley and get a W. But yeah, with that,
And we even talked about it last week with Joshua, right? That his interests seem like WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Like every time he goes out.
it's intimidating.
It's like a big event, dude. And
It takes
even
him like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
yeah.
to get out.
And it's a whole setup, dude. Fireworks, loud music.
And then they put him in a podium,
yeah.
and
Got the big
and it
AJ.
elevates.
Yeah,
It's WrestleMania, dude, like you said. But even Joshua has been like on that stage. Like every time he fights in England, it's like a huge deal, right, with his people. And Wilder, I don't know, man.
yeah. So you think he's gonna choke a little bit?
Shit, we'll see. I think the first couple rounds he's gonna be nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see Fury outboxing him for the first few rounds, and
I can see that
after
play.
that, who
Yeah, but
knows?
like you said, any given punch.
Obviously, like
What
these
do you
two
got?
have been stunned a little bit, but like have Has Fury ever been knocked down and gone up?
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah.
yeah, I forget his name.
Cunningham.
I don't
Cunningham.
remember.
There you go.
Yeah, but I
Yeah, but I don't
remember watching
think
that
I
fight.
think it was more of a flash knockdown. It wasn't really like a hurt.
No,
I'm hurt.
it
right?
was a knockdown.